You're posting weekly episodes on your podcast. You invite the most influential people to your interviews, but your podcast isn't growing. The truth is that you're still making crucial mistakes. After analyzing over 369 podcasts, we summarized the biggest reasons podcasts fail to grow. By avoiding these, you'll finally start building authority and scaling your audience. Quick disclaimer before we change the title, names, and thumbnails through AI, because we don't want to shed any bad light on anyone. So the first channel is a channel with over 60,000 subscribers and has 2,000 videos posted already. And the first look on this channel, it tells me that doesn't look really professional. Look, we are very judgmental. We judge a book by its cover. Same thing for its video. First thing when I see this, it doesn't really seem professional to me. It's an unfiltered screenshot of the episode. It really doesn't give me any desire to click. It doesn't give me any value. Why should I click? And on top of that, I don't even know this person who is there. If it might be a famous person, okay, that might give me some desire to click. Then second, the titles lead with the names. Give us a reason why we should click. A name, okay, now I can combine the face with the title, but it still doesn't give me any curiosity why I should click. Or you could try to give us some benefits. For example, business owner, here's how to lower your CAC. Remember, every single number you can see here on the views, it's not just a number, it's an actual human who clicked on it, wanted to know what it is about. Think about this about every episode. Think about your person who going to watch your video. What do they want? What are they going to think about it? And what are the biggest questions? Do you want personalized tips for your podcast? Then fill out the form down below for a chance for a free audit for your podcast. Okay, the second channel has 12,000 subscribers and 1,000 videos. Remember, the titles and names and thumbnails are all created through AI. So there are things different. Okay, now we have a quite professional looking people standing there. We have a bold text on the thumbnail, but it's very dark. Some of the people are very hard to recognize on the edges. It's getting really dark and the faces are not very big. So it's going to be hard to recognize. Something good is that the titles here on top of the thumbnail, very bold, is easy to read. Great. But then the title, it's the same thing repeated. So then we wouldn't need the titles anymore. We can just leave it blank or just call it episode 135. But I'm getting to the episode later. And then underneath, it's always like with and then the guest's name. I can't read it. Like, yeah, it might look nice, the font, but no one ever is going to be able to read this. It's way too thin. Always try to have bold text for better visibility. So then let's go to the title. So first of all, it's leading with the episode number 134, 135. This does not give any value. Look, me or a viewer does not care if it's your 10th episode or your 1,000th episode. All we care is that you deliver some of the promise you made in your thumbnail and title and give it to us. Then second, it's all in capital letters. Google did a study in 2019 and it found out that users tend to avoid titles in all capital letters. It seems like they're screaming at them. So Google or YouTube tends to limit then the videos with all capital titles to other people. So it's not very good for your videos. So please do not do this. You can use a copywriting rule is like to emphasize some of the keywords. That's what we do sometimes as well. But be very subtle with the all capital letters. You can also see already that the name of the guest is already cut off because of the episode number. So we only have this small part of space available to convince the viewer to start watching the videos. Same as the thumbnails. Remember, these are the most important parts of your video because if no one clicks, no one is going to watch. And that's why these channels who tried out already 1,000 videos are still having low views. Okay, then our last channel example for today, Emily Wilson. She has 30,000 subscribers and 700 videos posted already. Just a quick reminder, those are all remade with AI. Okay, it is good for a branding perspective. I can immediately recognize this podcast channel. it's about business and marketing. Okay, that is good too. But if I'm a new viewer, this will not say anything to me. Again, it's really lacking in curiosity, benefits, desire to make me click. Also, it says here then with Emily Wilson, it is very, very tiny. I'm not going to be looking like this on your thumbnails to figure out what it says. Especially on the top, there's a really tiny written title. No one's going to read this unless they're really going to spend time on your thumbnail. But trust me, most people only watch even a second on your thumbnail. It's all just scanning. They scan through the home feed. If they're looking on a search feed, yes, they might invest a little bit more time. But just on the browse feed or on a suggested, you don't have much time. So as I said, the text on the top is pretty much the same thing. There's the title here down there. Mentioned before, we don't need this. Then we had already the episode number, same as that. We only have this small amount of space to make people click. And then on the last video I see here, it says then part 2. Don't do this. Like, you're trying to have people to click on a second video where you're already fighting for their attention, and then you're trying to force it again on a second video. You're really gonna kill your views with this. Okay, so now I talked in depth really about thumbnails and titles, but there are many more mistakes I've seen. For example, most of the podcasts I've seen, they waste the most important part of their video, which is the first 30 seconds or the hook. They waste it through long introduction of the guest where they pretty much read the whole biography of the guest, or they have this really long CTAs like, don't forget to subscribe and like and send it to your auntie and your grandma, and don't forget to push this button. Don't do this. Especially most users nowadays, if they hear this, they're gonna skip or leave the video. To save this part for later in the video when you gave massive of value. The reason why these first 30 seconds are so important is, for example, YouTube is specifically monitoring these first 30 seconds. First of all, because back in the days, the only metric to determine if a video was good was views, but many people use clickbait. But it's also not just for YouTube, it's also for you, because statistics has shown the longer a person stays at the beginning, the longer the people will stay till the end. So the higher retention in the beginning, the better your retention at the end of the video. Same thing goes for small talk. If people are not getting value, they leave. Your loyal audience might not care too much about small talk, but trust me, new people, they do not care about the personal talk with you. They're just there for the value. Another big mistake I notice is find the true reason why you're doing this. Are you doing this because just other people are doing it and you're just jumping on this trend? Or you're just doing it because a mentor told you so? If you don't find the true reason why you're doing this, it's going to be very hard for you to measure if your podcast is doing well or not. You also need to understand truly your audience. You need to have a content plan. You always need to have your audience in mind. Yes, you obviously can invite some guests maybe for your own reasons. For example, to build network, or because it's a business partner, or maybe a client, which is obviously good. But at the end of the day, if you're not thinking about your audience, your podcast won't grow. So always think about what problems do they have and who can I invite to solve this problem for them. And as we talked about, all these channels, they have over 700 videos posted, 1,000 videos, 2,000 videos posted. And they're thinking just through sheer consistency, they're going to grow. I mean, yes, you have quite a huge number of subscribers, but subscribers do not matter at all. All what is count is views and watch time. You need to analyze why is it not working and what can I improve. Okay, those were some of the biggest mistakes for podcasts, but what is the best strategy to grow your podcast? Click on this next video because we will give you a complete free masterclass on how to grow your podcast, focusing only on the things that grow your channel. See you there.